Welcome back to Aftermath Online, right here on the YouTubes, everybody. It's 2021. Everything horrible stopped at midnight on December 31st, and only good things are happening going forward. So welcome back to the show, former WWE referee Jimmy Corderas, former WWE superstar Anthony Corelli, and Sportsnet.ca's very own Kevin Mickey. And I never get to say my credits, and a lot of people don't know. Award-winning comedian, actor, podcaster, blah, 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 blah. Nug Nargag, general idiot, Nug Nargag. So we've got some wins to talk about. We've had a long time to gather up a lot of wins. And Anthony, we're going to get things started with you. You have a big win from Legends Night.
Yeah, it's kind of a personal connection to the win, but during the entrance of Ric Flair, who was accompanying his daughter, Charlotte Flair, and she stopped to do her, her little circle thing. Just the sheer, absolute, pure happiness on his face, watching his little baby soak up, her moment and something that he loves so much. The smile was like gonna burst through his face. It was awesome. I really hope I get to accompany my daughter down to the ring one day as well and experience that. That's probably why it connected with me, because I'm like, I want to smile like that at that moment.
Did that make it doubly painful when that smile got wiped off his face later on?
Yeah. I only remember the good.
No, but you're right. Exactly. And it's what Legends Night is supposed to be. It's, in some sense, paying tribute to the legends that came before us, but also kind of paying homage to the new talent and kind of paying it forward, so to speak.
I did like the fact that it seems like nowadays, anytime that you mention a Flair, Charlotte is the top Flair. And I think even Randy Orton mentioned that on Legends Night when he said, you're the only reason you're relevant now is because your daughter's so great. And well, Randy, you may be right there, actually, because Charlotte is pretty great. And she deserves to be lauded on for Rick to really be that appreciative of her, as Anthony mentioned.
Yeah, it's really nice that they let Charlotte's dad be on the show. I'm gonna stick in my win here because it's kind of double-edged for me, but I am a huge fan of Big E winning the Intercontinental Championship. They treated it like a big deal. Everybody on the show treated it like it was a big deal. And it was a very good match where he won the Intercontinental Championship. If this is on the way to the Universal Championship, I'm fine with that. It's a nice way to remind everybody that he's good at what he does. I'm hoping it's one step towards the Universal Championship, but I'm very happy that Big E is the Intercontinental Champion.
I hope it's not a destination.
Yeah. Listen, I love Big E. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. He truly is. He was not the underdog in this match. It seemed as though the confetti treated it as such, and the celebration afterwards. Have you seen what Sami Zayn looks like? This twerpy, skinny dude against this massive, gigantic, muscle-bound dude. Big E should have wiped the floor with Sami. He should have won, and he did. Kudos to Big E for winning. For me, Big E should have already been WWE Champion, Universal Champion, something of the like. Having said that, Nug, I agree. I'm super pumped up for Big E to get a big moment. I hope this is not the biggest moment. There will be more.
Yeah, it makes you kind of, okay, obviously it's entertainment, right? And they have plans and they have, what are we doing for the next whatever. And I just hope that Big E's success doesn't go against what the people, the higher ups have planned, because, okay, so for example, I'll just say Roman Reigns, he's the man right now. He's on the same show as Big E. So does that mean that Big E is never going to win because they don't want to damage what they're putting in motion with Roman? I hope that's not the case. I hope that Big E gets that moment and somehow they can figure out a way to keep Roman strong and get it back and not. Unfortunately, there can only be one guy at the top. And in this situation, it's fitting that there's two equal guys that deserve to be at the top. So that's the tough part about being a booker. Someone's going to hate you.
Yeah, and the tough part is telling that story and having it make sense and not rushing it, because there's a lot of time for this to develop. You know what I mean?
Got a whole year.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just starting a new year. There's tons
Yeah.
of time for all sorts of stuff to happen.
It's a
Kevin,
new year. Yes, it
move,
is.
moving on to you. Your big win, which I completely agree with, comes from SmackDown.
And gentlemen, if you allow me to present resume,
Oh, excellent.
headshot,
Very nice.
right there. Listen, I'm going with something from this past week, and it's Billie Kay. Billie Kay has been a lot of fun for several weeks on SmackDown, and I will say this, that I desperately want her to find a tag team partner, and where is there a tag team partner for Billie Kay to find that they'll be able to banter off each other, they'll be able to play off each other, and they already have very good chemistry. I feel like if they were to find somebody who was just as good as Billie Kay on the mic, who was just as fun, man, that tag team, they would be iconic for sure.
Absolutely.
I see what you did there.
Yes.
She's
Billy's
very fun
so
to watch.
awesome. Yeah.
When she comes on the screen, you can't help but smile and just know that you're going to be entertained. And she obviously does not mind about looking silly and that self-deprecating humor. And that's the best comedians are really good at that. And she's awesome at that.
Thank you.
Yeah, and not only that, we've already seen through groups like the New Day, for example, and stuff like that, that you can be a tag team and still have an individual career at the same time. You can mesh both together.
Yeah.
I still love the week that Billie Kay pointed out on her resume that she is very skilled in talking. Every week she seems to add new things to the resume, and it's fantastic. And she's giving me, like, she's not there yet, but she's on the way to becoming the female William Regal, and I'm loving every minute of it.
That's it. Wow, that's a great comparison, actually. Yeah, I would love to see Billie in that role one day. I just hope that Chris Jericho isn't near her tea one day. That's the only thing I'll say about that.
Yeah, don't let that happen. Jimmy, moving on to you. Your win again from SmackDown.
Yeah, also from SmackDown, because I was concerned, let's put it that way. Going into TLC, the first real title match between Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens, a TLC match. And then they follow that up with a match inside a steel cage on SmackDown. So I'm thinking to myself, this kind of feels like it's backward booking, for lack of a better term. You know, these are matches that usually end a rivalry. So how are they going to keep me interested in continuing to be invested in this rivalry? And again, on Friday night on SmackDown, they continue to keep me invested. I mean, I was concerned that I might, lose a little bit of interest, but they're continuing to keep me interested in this rivalry. And hats off to both guys, including Jey Uso, who gets an honorable mention in this thing as well. Mm-hmm. But they're keeping me interested in this rivalry, despite the fact that it feels like it's backward match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 1920, then 1, 2, 3. I think they started at the end there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're working our way towards just a regular singles match.
Oh, there you go.
You know
what?
It's
going to be crazy.
It could work. The reverse booking, it could work.
Yeah, you never know.
I really like that we're starting to call Jey Uso Main Event Jay, because he just seems to be in the main event of SmackDown all the time now. So good for Main Event Jay. But Jimmy, you're right. Like, this has been compelling television week in, week out, and I'm surprised that it continues to be this compelling. But the end of SmackDown this previous Friday on Sportsnet 360 was super, super. I keep not expecting to like it as much as I do, and then they keep pulling me back in. So kudos to Roman Reigns and Maryville, Quebec, Canada's Kevin Owens.
It's just really fun to see more of what's behind the screens at the Thunderdome. Turns out nothing, but it's fun to see more of it, more of the nothing.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But as Kevin said, in the infamous words of Michael Corleone, every time I try to get out, they pull me back in.
And can we agree that Kevin Owens needs a friend? Like, I know he's not the greatest friend in the whole world when he has a friend, but he just keeps getting totaled by these two dudes. Get a friend.
You get a friend.
Anthony, go help Kevin Owens.
Yeah. How hard is it?
I would.
How difficult is it to find a friend in the locker room, in a WWE locker room? How difficult
There are
is it?
apps to find friends. You can swipe left and right and find friends.
Guys,
Those are our big wins from the first aftermath of 2021. Let us know what you think. Get a hold of us on Twitter. Use the hashtag #AskAftermath to ask us questions. Send us your New Year's resolutions. We know they get broken within the first week or so, which is why mine is always to start smoking. But let us know what you think. Use the hashtag #AskAftermath and be sure to tag Jimmy Corderas because he got to know.
Can we do an Ask Aftermath right now? I think we got one, and
we don't have a lot of time. We might fade out on this, like an old record.
Yeah, okay. I think that we could. It was at Kevin Mickey. I think I know who the guy is, and he wanted to know, Jimmy, how did Mr. Perfect get his name for his finisher, the Perfect Plex?
Okay, really quickly, this happened at a live event here at Maple Leaf Gardens, and this was early in his iteration as Mr. Perfect, and of course his finish was the Fisherman Suplex, as it was called at the time. So when he came back from his match, producer Jack Lanza said to him, your finish is great. You need to come up with a name for it. He says, there is a name for it. It's called the Fisherman Suplex. He's, no, it's got to be something. And I happened to be standing there and I just blurted out again. I just said, how about Perfect Plex? And they both looked at me with this stunned look on their face and they said, okay, we're going to take it to the man. And it's
nice.
That's fantastic.
It wasn't like I was, consciously, it just popped.
That reminds me of when I was younger and I ran into a guy and he's like, I need something to be catchy. And I told him to wear one glove, not two, just wear one glove. And then you know who that guy turned out to be? Tony Fernandez. Guys, stay tuned to our fails here on Aftermath Online.
Tony.